live. Welcome, everyone. It is tax day. It's April 15th, but we're going to end it instead with only a tax on our patience. I just made that up. Anyway, we have our gallant heroes continuing their exploration of the wreckage of the Lambent Zenith. And so they have gone from the main area, or the rear of the ship, like the stern castle, it might be called in some circles, to the starboard section of the ship, which got mangled in the crash. And here on the starboard side of the ship, they met a treant who has taken root in a Spelljammer lifeboat and crashed here into the wreckage of the stern castle. What are the odds of that? So it was like it actually crashed in here. And so this is where Deverost was from. And he set out to try to find the stern castle of the ship. And his dog was not able to follow, and the treant was not able to follow. The treant had already laid down roots here, but then also, so slow moving, and the blink dog was unable to blink. So he got stuck behind, and meanwhile, the rest of the heroes have met them here. So Deveros got away. They've already met Deveros, talked to him. They're now here. Now, one important thing that was hit upon last time, I believe, Ikasa's secret that he let loose because he was very worried about what Deveros might think. So he's kept it a secret. And So the universe let you know as you heard this secret, this is one that is a secret of power. And power because of your link to Vecna. This is a secret Vecna would otherwise collect. So his secret was that Ikasa and his best friend were stranded after a pirate attack, but Ikasa knows about an additional survivor of the attack. Any of you remember any of the details of that secret? That's the secret that you would use. But anyone remember anything about this friend or what happened?
No,
I
don't remember their. I don't remember their name,
but yeah.
But
Helena Tindertoe.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think it was a halfling who, somehow escaped and survived the crash and got. I think she got. It might be a little before they got here. I said.
So Helena escaped the wreckage as well, but floated off in a different direction. Because she knows she can move at the speed of thought, right? And so she moved away. And then they got on a lifeboat, escaping the ship that's being blown apart. They managed to get away on a lifeboat where this treant had already taken root on the lifeboat. So with the treant and the blink dog, they came here, but Ikasa didn't say anything about this halfling that went a different direction, because he was worried that Deveros would try to go after this person, and who knows where they have floated off into. They're probably still trying to go somewhere off, who knows where, miles away now. And so that seems to be one of the secrets that you felt had some power to it. Robbie.
Yes.
You can make an investigation roll while you're poking around inside that part of the wreckage, which is the lifeboat remains.
Okay.
All right.
I should have given myself guidance.
You should have, because that's only a 12. So you aren't able to find anything of interest in this room. I'm not even saying there was, but you said you were poking around in here, so that's where we're going with it. Yep,
No, I mean, if I remember correctly, that's what I snuck on past it. No, wait.
The dog had kind of come out. We'd gone out of rounds, and the dog had kind of come out, and
it was here, and then I went by it. Yeah.
You got rid of the floating brain beaks.
Mm-hmm.
And
what we all did.
Yep. You, the plural you, not the royal you. So there you are. Do you have any questions? Now, well, actually, before we begin further into picking up our role play, we've done our little recap. You found a strong box. You opened it. You found inside something interesting. Do you remember what you got?
Yes. What did I get?
Yeah, it was
Spell scrolls, I want to say.
For us older folks to see if we can remember, because we're Alzheimer's.
I didn't write it down.
It was
you didn't
something.
Take a brain gummy.
It was shiny. No. You could throw it at people.
All of those are true.
I know. That's
all
trying to.
Of those
I'm waiting for these drugs to kick in and see if my memory comes back.
I did not write it down.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to drop it on your sheet. We'll see if you can find it among the million other things that you have. All right,
I thought. Oh. Zith found.
How did I get a rod of hellish flames? I didn't even know I had that.
Was that what it was?
Ozzy didn't want to get from his god.
I couldn't use it. Remember?
No, I think it was a magic. It was like a stone or something, right?
No, I couldn't use it.
Yes.
I couldn't
I'm a little salty about that.
I'm tuned in to way too much, according to Timothy Leary. I'm so tuned in that I can't pick anything else up. I gave it to you, remember? That much I remember. But what we found last week, I'm scrolling here. I'm scrolling, people. I'm scrolling. I'm telling you.
Are you going to drop it on my sheet or in the chat, Jim?
I put it on your sheet.
Yeah, because you found it.
It's there. I doubly checked it.
I don't see in my inventory. I got a spell scroll. I got one piece of Rod of 7 parts. I got potions. I have Rod of Hellish Flames.
Yeah. One of the potions.
Is that it? What?
One of the potions.
The moon sings a song for the lost.
Mind reading, fire resistance, necrotic resistance.
A potion of mind
greater.
Reading. That's what you found.
Oh, a potion of mind reading. I can cast detect thoughts. And it's a one-use thing. It just says when you drink the potion.
Yep.
Got it.
So wait, if you do that, you become in tune with the dog?
Otherwise, you just put the collar on someone that the dog uses, right? No, I'm kidding.
No, wait, I thought the dog was psychic. Or am I thinking something else?
The dog has a collar, and it's speaking because of the magic collar that it's
wearing. That's. I knew it was talking for a reason.
They stole that off the set of Up, right?
It wasn't because I was at a Grateful Dead concert. This is the dog with a collar that could talk.
Oh, this thing's awesome. I forgot when I got the Rod of Hellish Flames. That is good.
Okay. Yeah, you wanted it, remember?
Yeah.
Because I can't use it.
Yeah.
All right.
Paint the scene. You're probably about to.
No, the scene is You stand among the squishy remains of some tentacled brain beak creatures that you have splattered all over the place in your fight. And now you are talking with this dog who has just shared its secret, and that's where we left off. What would you like to do now?
I am currently hugging Anea, apologizing for being an idiot.
She tells you, actually, an interesting detail. She says, it was weird. When you unsummoned me, this little tiny portal opened up next to me and sucked me right into it. It was weird. Suddenly, I couldn't talk to you anymore. And I was over here in this area.
Well, that's horrifying. Note to self: do not use any form of teleportation here. Specifically, I would say, note to Ziff. Well, I'm just so glad you're okay. I was so worried when you didn't pop back into existence. I thought our bond severed. I was afraid something had eaten you or vandalized you.
Well, I thought this dog was going to, but turns out its bark is worse than its bite.
The blink dog. Thank you so much for keeping Anea safe. I don't know what I would have done if something had happened to her.
Do I hear this whole conversation?
You're kind of in the other room, but you can hear them talking. Yeah.
Okay.
You may not catch 100% of it, but they're talking. And
is this dog up on top where we are, or down?
No,
it's down below.
This is a down below area right here, so that you are down below for sure.
Oh, we all of us are down below.
This section that you're in right here, surrounded by all the vines and then the stuff, that is a lower section. And
because we're into the office.
Life raft, so if you're on an area like this, if you can see my camera, the life raft is kind of sticking into it like this.
Got it.
And so it's most of what's on the starboard wreckage. And it has a top and an underside, a cabin in the inside. And that cabin is where the blink dog was, Ikasa. Which I used to think was a place that you bought furniture, but now...
That's IKEA.
Close. Okay, so...
I was going to call the dog IKEA.
IKEA? I've stolen your thunder. Sorry about that. You will expect me to do crap like that. All right. So what do you guys think?
What's the sense that we have of this dog? Like, is it protecting something? Is it aggressive in any way? Is it?
It seems to be a friend of Davros.
Davros was the guy who sort of fell for Ozus, right?
Yeah.
So should we think about taking this dog back to Davros if we can get there?
Yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
How big is this dog, Jim? Could Kanaeus carry it?
It's as big as the Mastiff, a little bit bigger. Big.
You don't pick up Mastiffs.
Mm-hmm.
You do when you have a 19.
I mean, we're planning on going back there anyway, so the dog could probably come with us. It'll be dangerous, but he can hang back.
Yeah.
You're not leaving a
That would be a
Costa
good prom. Put a Mastiff in a bag
He
of holding.
saved Anea.
I forget how did we get here? Did we just fly here?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was no
You were
trouble, or did we have
invisible?
some trouble along the way?
Oh,
I
you were
was.
I'm
yeah.
still invisible.
Sanctuaried. Yeah.
There was
So
no
there were
trouble.
some
We
of
just
these
cleaned up
manta
the
ray-
brain things.
There were some manta ray creatures
right.
that kind
Got
of
it.
Yeah.
came out from behind some stony bones.
And we had the big tree telling us what to do.
Yeah, and they kind of diverted past you. So.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I don't think it will actually need us to carry him.
What are the chances that I have bacon in my pocket?
Knowing odds is probably pretty good.
Okay. Roll for bacon.
Yes.
How do I roll for bacon?
Don't be silly. Okay. So what do you want to do? Where you guys are hashing it out? What's the plan?
Well, I'm invisible. I'd like to use the bacon to kind of entice the dog to go my way. Can I become uninvisible?
Yeah.
Anytime you want.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's time to.
I mean, the dog will probably smell Deveros on you too.
No way. Now we're getting a little personal.
Oh yeah. We just like to ask, hey Casa,
it is his dog.
Where the rest of the crew is?
Oh my God! If the glove fits, you must commit. Never mind. That was a bad joke. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just doing whatever. I can't see him. I will just ask him, hey Casa, do you want to come back to Davros with us?
I don't know if I can. Can I?
I mean, you can fly and we'll protect you. So yeah, it'd be pretty simple.
How do I?
Sure.
I mean, so as far as I know, all you need to do is think about it, and we can all just kind of fly.
I'm not really used to walking.
This is the dog talking, right?
Yeah.
Or this collar.
Oh yeah.
So why don't you sit, and then I give him a piece of bacon.
He kind of gives you a side eye, and then snatches it out of your hand, and then gives you a little side eye after as well.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, how much? I mean, I get what you mean. You're not used to moving in normal 3-dimensional space.
I'm just glad Davros is still alive. Sure,
let's go. He's doing fine. We just gotta get you guys together.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about him.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about him anymore.
Yeah.
I explained to him what happened.
We saved him from an evil hippo, man, thing, toad. I don't know what that thing was. But everything's fine now.
Okay. Well, he can go. He has an intelligence of 10, so he can go 50 feet. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you, are you going to follow the same tactics you did before?
I would think this room.
That's the office.
Oh wait, did we get?
I went into this room. Did anyone go into this room?
And Jim, we already got
that's where Zenith found the.
Yeah, that's where I got the potion.
Okay.
And we already found the wardroom. Right?
You found diaries as well.
Yeah, I took the diaries. I took the diaries.
Yeah, but I mean,
the pens.
I just remember why we're actually here. We already got the secret. We already undid the rune that controls the heart of the Lambent Zenith.
Yeah, it was right above the desk. Yep.
We did it.
You whispered the words to it, and it undid itself.
Okay, then we are good.
So
anyone else want to do anything?
Do we know if Davros is on the way to the front of the ship? Or did we go out of our way to go to Davros?
He's not. He's back where we came from.
I'm saying, do we have to go back towards where we came from? So we have to go back, yeah. So we go back there first.
We don't have to go back first.
Oh yeah. Do we think the dog might be helpful in what we're going to do next?
No.
Can't hurt.
I think I personally, he can't teleport, was his main gimmick. So, but whenever he does, something crazy will happen. at least according to what Naya told me. And honestly, I don't want to risk him. Let's take him back to Davros, and then we'll go to the heart. Then we go to the last third of the ship.
I'm with it. So I'm gonna fly away from you guys as I'm still invisible, just keeping an eye on you. Yeah. So I don't know. Somebody will watch your back, and I'll watch our front.
Where are you gonna be? Are you gonna fly high?
I'll be towards the front. Yeah.
Above us.
Yeah, a bit above you, just so I can keep a bird's eye view in case things are incoming. But shouting distance for sure.
No, stay within 100 feet. So that way, we can use Anea as a telephone. You know, we can all telepathically communicate with her as long as we're within 100 feet.
Okay, we can too. I don't know if Zith knew that. Okay, cool. Great.
She's done before. It's part of being a pseudo dragon.
Great. And Zith would take off. I take it. Taking off is up.
Oh, you do like a whole Superman thing?
I mean, we're all doing a Superman thing, right? that's how we're getting around. And you can't see me. Like you can hear me talk, but
Dells looks way more like a Peter Pan thing.
It's really funny. Cool. Let's go.
Everyone
back to
we're going back
to Xanadu.
Bringing the dog back before we go down to find the captain and the.
Also, I will say, everyone get in position around Ikasa. That way, they're keep Ikasa in the middle of us.
Yeah, and I've got bacon, and it's like I just kind of like treat it like a dog, like good boy, you're gonna do fine. But you are a boy, right?
Hey, Costa, do you want me to punch him?
Does he need it?
Probably.
No, I just want to make sure I'm not upsetting him. Xanadu, you're in a psychological crazy zoo.
Okay, so you head back to the stern castle wreckage of the ship, and before you get there, we need to roll something.
Oh, is it like a crash landing?
Yay.
Maybe. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Yeah. So.
Uh-oh. Good thing we took a long rest.
Who wants to roll a d10 for me?
I'll do it.
Who's going to be in charge of losing the next
Oh,
fight?
you got a 9. 9 times.
He's
been late 9 times.
Oh, dear.
I have no idea what that means.
Disintegrate.
Oh,
yeah. So let's see.
9 times.
That's not what I'm using. Okay. So you find 2 night scavers come out of nowhere looking for you. So, yeah. So these look like kind of like sharks.
But they're tastier.
Image. But maybe, I don't know. All right, let's paste that in the chat for you. These 2 creatures come swimming around, looking for what's nearby.
Ooh.
And that would be you guys.
I have a question, Jim. Just about their biology. Are these like those sharks that literally are just like one open tube? Like they can't their ribs take up so much of their body they can't close their mouth?
like a nurse shark. Is that it? Whale shark. Their shark. Where shark?
Okay, now I don't recall anyone saying that they were casting Sanctuary again.
Nope.
Just
No,
that
but
one
I am
guy's
invisible.
One guy's invisible.
And I'm probably the person who saw them first, unless they came from like the back.
Oh, shoot, I'm no longer invisible.
Yeah, they would usually come from the back once they like figure you out that you guys are prey. Then they begin hunting.
Wait.
So these creatures are about 15 feet long.
Okay.
Their coloration resembles that of wild space itself. White spots representing stars sprinkled amid dark patches and patterns of color. So they blend in very well with the sky. They fearlessly invade the air envelopes of spell jamming ships and attack crew members on deck. So, by the way, you might be interested in the fact that cooked night scaver meat is popular in taverns across wild space.
Oh,
wow! If only we could get away with knowing.
Not only do we get rid of the baddie, we can eat the baddie.
Yeah, you know what? You've actually had a long rest and nobody felt hungry at all. There was no snacking going on.
Well,
you might have forgot.
So, Jen, do these things kind of look like this? So I just placed an in-session chat.
I can't hear you. What?
Do these sharks look like the picture I just posted?
They look like the picture I just posted. Did you post a picture?
Oh yeah, no, I mean in-session chat.
Oh, I don't even want to open that.
Oh no, that's still a whale shark. I'm pretty sure.
Like it is.
That's eating plankton. This is more like a great white, right?
That's a basking shark.
It's a great black.
Does it have teeth?
Does it have teeth?
Yeah.
Here.
This basking shark does have teeth.
Nasty. Yes, it's got nasty teeth.
It's nasty.
Yep.
Tim comes out and says, "Stay away from the rabbit."
Well, there are two of these things, right? Kill them before they kill us.
Let's hope this doesn't hurt.
And who else can I add? All right, that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing someone.
Zith.
I'm here.
No, I mean on the board.
He's invisible.
I'm on the board.
With us?
Oh, okay.
I put someone on top of somebody else maybe or something. All right, there you are. Okay. So
where's the
where's the shark?
I'm putting him out here. Gabbard. You're flying to the left, and these guys come out behind you.
Oh, they're big.
Oh yeah, they're going to be huge.
Feet long, yeah. All right, so then we're going to go. Oh, there's Anea, who's going to be stuck. All right, so we begin already with our first cool phrase of the night. Roll initiative.
And all I get for invisibility is advantage, right? Which I already have, I think. So it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Is that true?
So, Owly, where did Owly go? Did Owly die?
No, I think we just didn't move her over.
Gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Why am I?
We all rolled bad.
Oh,
that's it.
boy.
We're not going to
Okay.
Vegas.
Except for Zith.
We're not going to Vegas. Nope. We're gonna skip that town.
Let's begin. All right, Zith, you're first.
So they don't see where I'm at, right?
No.
So Zith is going to. Sorry.
Just everyone else.
Yeah. So Zith, I can put something away and pick something up, right? Or pull something out. Like I just want to basically swap staves, like the one I have to the rod I just got.
You can pull out a second item, but you can't put away and pick and pull out at the same time, unless you want to use your action to do that. It's not a free action.
Got it. And how far are like what happens when we drop things? What happens?
Here?
In space. Yeah, here in space.
Well, it'll probably, there's some gravity here, so it'll fall to havoc.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's not great. Okay. Give me 1 second. I can.
Like you guys started to fall, right?
Because I have. Damn it. Yeah, I have things in both hands, so I'm gonna have to do this and then put stuff away. Okay. Well, not knowing exactly what is the right move here, I am going to just do this. And I don't know how far we can go away. Failed at save. That's good. Okay. Okay. And then I don't know how far we can move away, but Zith will fly away 30 feet. And I don't know what.
Intelligence times 5.
Okay. I mean, there's no, like, I can't fly off of the map. So.
Right. You want to fly further back? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, like as far back as you'll let me. And then for my bonus action, I would try and switch. I'll do as much stowing and pulling out as you'll let me do in a bonus action, and then that will be my turn.
You can just stow an item.
I'm going to stow my I'm going to stow my shield.
Okay.
And I will take that off.
All right. So then it's time for the scabber. All right. These guys are pretty simple creatures. They're just kind of terrifying being what they are. All right. So this sharky creature is going to fly right up on Ozus and target him for a bite. It's hungry. It's hungry. And the last tiefling it had was quite yummy. But it snaps at you and you kind of dodge a little bit out of the way, avoiding 30 points of damage. So isn't that nice?
I'm going to cook that thing.
Yep. Okay. So that ends its turn. And now, Ozus, what are you going to do? Boys, we are eating good tonight.
Oh, my.
Jim, did that shark speak just now, or was that you just being?
That was me playing as Ozus. I was
like, okay, all right.
Channeling Ozus.
I was like, if that shark speaks common. We got a whole bunch of other options.
We got no. It's we're gonna have shark bacon.
Can it take necrotic damage? I'm going to do harm to it.
Question. Why don't you try and find out? F around, my friend.
How can I not? It says I have no slots available.
Oh no.
That doesn't make any sense because I didn't use anything last time.
You didn't take a long rest. You got interrupted. And then you decided just to head on over to the starboard piece, and then you didn't take a rest there either. That's why.
Okay. Well, then I'll just have to do it a little bit higher.
Up, cast, up, cast, up, cast. All right. That would be a miss. Wow, that's good. That would have done like 50 points of damage.
It does half the damage now.
Let's see. So
it failed its Constitution saving throw, which is 51.
Unleash a violent disease on a creature you can see within range, not a touch spell. That's what I was thinking you had to hit. But you don't. You can just see him and give him all kinds of gross boils or whatever, necrotic damage. All right. So we're going to do a little halvesies on that, right?
Did he fail? Because it said he rolled a 9. He's supposed to roll a 17.
Oh, he did fail. Yep. All right. And so you hit him. He took the damage. I didn't have to do any calculating. I just lost my mind there for a minute. I thought I did. All right. So you have dealt a bit of damage. Just anything else, Sir Cleric Mage person?
But it keeps making this roll every hour. Every turn.
It says
that's where it's a little confusing.
If the target fails a saving throw, its hit points max is reduced for 1 hour. So you've brought its maximum points down.
Right.
So it can't be
for
healed
1 hour.
Yeah, it can't heal up above the damage you've done. It doesn't look like it's repeating damage, but it looks like you can't reduce.
And it can't actually kill it because you can't go below 1.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha.
That's a cool spell.
And let's see what's we got in way of bonus action. No. Okay. We're cool.
That's not chump change. All right, Del.
That was a big hit. That's nice, dude.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah.
And did it look like it was 51-ish, or was there some resistance seemingly?
He laid into it with just it started to shred some of its flesh and there's nasty stuff, all like a black miasma around him.
It looks like the scene from Devil's Reign. Shatner's melting.
Hey, first hit's good.
Another hit.
It's good.
Ooh, I love the way he twirls. Look at that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's like a top hat. It's like putting on the Ritz or something.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Ooh, these things aren't going to be easy, though.
Nice. Nice hit.
Nice. Got angry at the fish.
Hey.
No sushi for you.
No harm spell, but pretty good. All right, can I ask?
So, this is still within 100 feet of me and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will, use Anea to relay a question to Zip. Zip, what's your plan?
We are gonna kill these things and then head on to the ship. What do you mean?
Okay, and that's all you got time for. What else are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, I'm trying.
Quick, chop.
I thought the plane was fireball or something, but
That actually took you longer than 6 seconds just to say that. So, go for it.
Okay, well, not knowing anything different, I'm going to start with my longsword.
Oh, there's some blood splats there. Okay, I like it.
Do the crystal longsword next.
Hey now.
Laying down the pain. Yep, you're whacking right through it. Whack. Big slices all through it.
That doesn't look that good.
And for this one, I think I'm going to go with a fire round. So it needs to make a DC 16 strength saving throw. No, failed.
It fails.
So it is restrained.
Okay.
And knowing how much my friends like you AoE attack, I am going to see a data for this round. Now, this thing can still get opportunity to attack something, right?
Yeah, it just can't move.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, so I'm just going to get out of the way still. So,
all right.
You can opportunity attack me.
Whoops. I think I had the wrong person targeted. I targeted Ozus, but that's enough to hit you, I think. So
which one? The 19 or
Ozus,
the 7?
With a 15?
Fly.
Yeah, 15 does not hit me.
Oh no, 15 doesn't. I misread. Okay, so it snaps at you while you float away. So float away, sir.
Yes. Okay. And that will end my turn.
Nice. Okay. So Ikasa.
Make yourself useful, big boy.
Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra, I want you to roll a d20 for me. Just a straight up d20.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Well, the dog flies. He remembers his head and doesn't blink and attacks with a bite. But not well enough to do anything. He bites at it and he's like, I hate fish. Comes out of his collar. All right. And that ends his turn. This guy, he's going to take some more damage. Oh, wait, did he save? Yeah. No, he'll take some more damage, but he saved.
Saves are at the end of the round.
Yep.
So he takes damage at the beginning and he saves at the end.
All right. And so
he should still be restrained. At least to the end of his turn, I think.
Oh, okay. Indeed. So I guess we're going to just target Del. He was looking like a soft target anyway. So here we go. Snap, snap, snap. At disadvantage, he misses Del, and we get to move on. All right. Ezra.
Alright, let's go for that same little guy. And we're going to guiding bolt him.
Okay, looks like
Redfish
makes his save.
Gefilte fish. He doesn't look like he made a save.
very appropriate now.
Well, even
Not
I think
Very, very appropriate. Yeah.
no, it looks like, but it looked like DC what to save. Yep. Well,
It's
either way.
It's an attack roll. It's an attack roll. It's not a save.
Roll.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was a save involved. All right, good. Then, yeah. So you guiding bolt him, and you have a fish fry.
He had an end of turn save against Caneus, but then Ezra hit him with the guiding bolt.
Yeah. So he was getting out of the thing, and it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, great. That means I got.
Zip wouldn't move. He's unseen. He's going to take a blast, and I'll end my turn. We'll keep it quick.
okay. So Firebolt lays down some more hurt, and this thing is going to attack Ozus again.
Uh-oh.
So here we go. Bite, bite. Chomp, chomp. Oh, that was almost a 20. All right, looks like that's going to hit you there, buddy, but you probably have a reaction waiting. So with your new 26 AC, no hit. So you are spared the 21 points of damage it was going to hit you with. All right, Ozus, your turn to retaliate. What do you do? It just took this nasty, like literally teeth are scraping across your shield. Now what?
Flame strike. Now it's telling me I have no. What's going on with my spell?
I'd save your slots, dude.
You're casting them. We don't have any left.
I had them before.
It's called resource attrition.
Oh.
I think.
Okay. You leave me no.
Whittle you down. Whittle you down.
Wow, I can't believe I have no choice but to use Fireball. Oh, no explosion?
It failed its save, though. So you're going to do 25 points of damage to it. Yeah, it should have been a nice little explosion, but
yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. Maybe you lose.
Where's Chris and his pre-mades?
Well, here's the thing. Every time I go to do something tonight, it disconnects me from the VT and then reconnects me.
I've had that happen a couple times too.
Yeah, okay.
Reconnects, you should be good.
Okay, so now is this thing ready to be cooked? Are we having sushi tonight?
Well, it would be sushi at this point.
It would, yeah.
Like eating it now.
No, because it's all cooked, so it's kind of like a teriyaki.
The other one's sushi. This one's cooked.
Anything else you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Ozus?
No, I'll just end my turn there.
Okay, Del.
Oh my God, it's still with us. So that's what 25 damage. That's 7. Wow. You should be able to finish it off.
A couple whacks at it.
Yep. Watch the spinning whack.
20.
Spin it.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Oh, cool. 4 blood.
Del is currently in like parochial school nun form. That's the one martial art form he's taking. Is parochial school nun.
So cool.
So funny.
And Now he's going to try a different form. Let's see what this looks like. You see it coming.
There we go.
And that
grab it before it floats away. Does it smell?
Sure. It smells like blood, which might attract some other things. So what do you want to do?
No, I'm just... Wait, go back there. I was just joking around, but you said, does it attract other things?
It might. Smell blood in the astral sea.
I should probably get moving.
Blood in the air.
Get this doggo home.
Okay, well, move yourself to kind of where Zith is over here, and I'll bump you
I can't see
way
Zith.
onto the ship. I know. That's why I pinged near him.
Oh, okay.
So you don't run over him.
Over here.
Bring the doggy too.
Okay.
Where's the doggy? Nope, just the doggy still left behind.
Colors blend in. All right. And then I'll just bump you guys over onto the map. Tink.
Yay, you're reunited. And it feels so good. If this chef gives us noise about picking up the dead shark. Yeah. Uh-oh. I know we should have grabbed the shark. The chef is going to yell at us.
Yeah, I could make some nice scaver stew. All right, so you guys reunite. There is a touching scene of Davros and the dog hugging and licking each other, and no potions were involved in the making of this scene or charm spells. All right, so they happily reunite, and they're really excited. They have long conversations, and he says, you just hear them as they walk off back in toward the innards of the ship. He asks his dog, do you know how to play cards? And then they just walk away.
I'll just leave this alone. Meanwhile, in Germany.
Right. All right. So what would be the plan now? Your two Githyanki friends give you the high sign, the big thumbs up. And they tell you that they saw you fighting those scavers and you made quick work of them. Good job.
Well, we definitely need the rest, that's for sure.
Yeah. You want to try another long rest? Day.
Well, yeah. We're going to get drunk tonight.
Well,
not at all. I mean, are you telling me that we didn't pick any of this shark up whatsoever?
I think you tried to, didn't you? You grabbed some.
Yeah, and we get a food poisoning roll in the morning.
Right. A merit badge for that. Okay. Yeah, sure. All right. So, Robbie, give me a number between 1 and 12.
7.
Okay. All right.
We don't get sick?
You don't get sick, and you don't have any other encounters. You may complete a long rest. Is there anything you want to say or do?
And we had our
scene.
And we had our first space meal, right? Huh?
Yeah, nobody's hungry, but they love eating.
Not so bad. Not so bad. First,
Yeah, I would like to ask some of the people around, like, hey, why do I not feel hungry? Like, I sit in the middle of a mouthful of Oz's food, like...
That, you know what?
A day or two now.
That's the way of the astral sea. You don't get hungry, don't need sleep, but you gotta rest.
Up all night, play all day.
Oh my god.
Do you know I have a poster of that in Dutch? It's so cool. Up all night, play all night. Never sleep.
So Zith would be so what do the Githyanki's do? Like I've become fond of forget her name. One of them, not like creepily, just like she helped me out.
Zastra.
Zastra, yeah. I would like see what's up with Zastra if like I can get in with her and Lyson, like just try and like not carouse, but like have a couple drinks, sit down and see if they want to have a meal or play some cards. Like I would try to get in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gith Yankee or like warm towards elves or not, but like I would give it a shot just to get some more context and detail and stuff.
All right, so as you do that, you pick up that these guys are militant, that they're like a race
Militant.
of soldiers,
Okay.
that they live to wipe out the Illithids.
Yep.
And so they have kind of broken off from that, but that's the way they were raised, and they kind of broke off because they liked the captain and the crew and the mission of the ship. So they joined the crew here and left their old ship behind, which of course scours the astral sea, looking for Illithids to flay, if you will.
And how did we kill? How did Ilrand? How did Ilrand show up and take over here? Do you remember?
He came over with Davros. He showed up with Davros, and so these are both strangers, but they seem nice enough. And so yeah, he was basically an officer of the ship where he used to be on before it was attacked by pirates. Apparently, we just bought the idea that pirates attack a lot of ships. So honestly, don't know where he came from, but he must have been. Maybe he was on Davros' ship or something like that. Davros can't remember exactly where, if he was on his ship or not. He just blamed it on a bump on the head or something. But yeah, I came over at the same time, and then just was a very charming fellow. He said all the right things, and anytime any one of us got suspicious, we kind of forgot why.
So that's that losing the mind thing again.
Yeah, that's what happened when that guy came over. And, I mean, really, when it comes down to it, can you really get mad at a guy that looks like a hippo?
Yeah. Why did you? Is that even a real thing?
What, look like a hippo?
Yeah, I mean, I know tabaxis are a thing, but like hippos seem a little out there. Hippo people.
Well, people can walk an Egyptian.
No, they're legit. There are millions of them.
You're kidding me. There are millions of hippo people.
There's millions of humans.
Well, yes, but I'm human. We are, I think, the most numerous species in, I guess, I know Toro. Don't know about this place.
Yeah, well, the gifts are a whole race, for sure. I mean, I've seen owl people. I've seen hippopotamus people. I've seen giraffe people. I've seen elephant dudes. Those dudes, they're big. The elephant.
Loxodon.
Yeah.
You've heard of those guys?
Yep. In my readings, Canais, I thought you read.
I do, but not about. I don't read about elephant people, apparently.
And what's Figaro doing?
Yeah, he's back at action, making sure that everybody's taken care of here. He defends the people. He's got a pretty good course of spells that he's been able to, re-engage with and study back up on. So he's not a low-level wizard, but not as powerful as you. But
Yep.
Yep.
So I talk a little shop, see if I can get any more info than we got out of the gifts. And I don't know if I would know this, but would I think that the power to read minds be able to sort of parse through somebody who's, having memory blocks, or is mind reading just those surface thoughts?
It's pretty much surface thoughts. I don't think
Got
you
it.
can go deep into someone's psyche with a detect thoughts. It's kind of like what they're actively thinking about. So it's a great way to suss out a traitor, or someone who's being deceptive. But you can also reach in for some thoughts. I know that just as a matter of rules, that detect thoughts does do some cool stuff. Let me look here real quick.
I mean, I don't have it. I just have that mind reading ability from the thing.
Right, for sure. So it says, for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast the spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you chose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, the spell doesn't work. You initially the thoughts of the creature, what's most on their mind at the moment. And as an action, you can shift your attention to another creature or probe deeper into the same creature's mind.
Yeah.
If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Got it. Okay.
So that's basically it. Okay.
Okay. Cool. I'd chop it up with Figaro, see if there's any other information. I mean, I can stay up later than most of the guys, except maybe Dell. But yeah.
For sure. Okay. So yeah, you guys can spend the night. Figaro, you talk stuff for the arcane and the multiverse. So he'll explain to you that the astral sea is vast, but there's an infinite number of astral seas. So imagine that. To be able to travel between different versions of the same reality. Imagine being able to step into a new world that's a shadow of the one that you know, where things are different, or maybe just one particular thing is different, where a reality where you made other choices. So the multiverse bears all things within it, and each of the planes of existence also exists throughout the multiverse.
Dell's just gonna pluck some mushrooms off his vines and pass them over to Zith and be like, these might help you understand.
Oh, Zith is like, yes, just flicks him right in, no questions asked.
So, yeah, you become one with the multiverse.
Zith really understands at this point. Really understands.
So there are people that use these flying vessels to travel at greater speeds than they normally would be able to. These are called spelljammer ships. There's magical vessels that fly through the astral sea. And so they have explored many places, and their mission on this ship was to spread light wherever they could go. The captain was a diva. And no, that didn't mean that she had high demands and complained a lot. she too was from another plane called the Celestial Plane, where
Inda.
Yeah, Inda. Mm-hmm.
Inda. And you think that Inda might still be alive in the bow of the ship?
Well, I hope so.
Is there anything? I mean, we're headed there. Is there anything you can tell me about her? We don't want to scare her. We have no qualms with her, but I would like that next piece of the rod to help, fight this greater battle that we're helping out with.
Yeah, that would be good for you to get that. It sounds. You tell him of your mission.
I think we've said something that we're on, some greater mission.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we explained it.
And we're looking for that piece of the rod. And we're happy to help them out, if we can, while we're here.
Portal.
Yeah, if they can make it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know what they're going to do in Sigil, but I mean, probably better than here,
Right, better than being stranded. They would all agree. They could probably find their way back to various places through the city of doors. Yeah. Yeah. So he goes. Yeah. Funny thing about Captain Inda is she's an angel that has only one leg and one wing. So she
how she got that way?
Yeah, there was a big battle where her wing was severed in an attack quite a long time ago. So now she uses a false leg and a false wing, but they replace it just fine. So she can fly and walk, but if you find her, you won't be able to miss those details. You'll know exactly who you're talking to.
Mm. Is there anything personal that we could sort of share with her to, so that she knows that we're good with you and
we're friends?
Maybe you vouch for us, yeah, and not foes. Like something that she would know that only you would know.
Sure. You can.
Or perhaps you can write me a note.
You can
give it to the teacher.
Yeah, he shows you something that is written in his stateroom, or the stateroom that he's at, carved into the wall. And this was the name of her true love.
Oh, that would be great.
That.
What is that name? Work.
So his name is Sponge.
Okay.
He was formerly known as Evred Montre Vailleur.
Edred Montre Vailleur. I'll spell that as best I can. AKA Sponge. Okay.
So, Sponge was the former captain of the Lambent Zenith.
Oh.
He was very well known for his navigating both cosmic storms and interpersonal tensions with equal grace. But he was we'll just say he isn't alive anymore, at least as his own self.
Mm. Okay, I don't know what that means, but it does not sound great.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow this.
He basically died, right? Protecting the crew during a ship, a catastrophic encounter. And so she took over as captain. She was, basically co-captain at that point, but he was lost into the void.
Don't get lost in the... Stay away from the light.
I'll just stop mumbling your sleep.
So yeah, it was the same catastrophic event where she lost her wing and her leg.
Oh, some battle. Doesn't sound fun. Okay.
You know, some say she whispers his name still. His true name, when the void quiets.
Ah, there we go. That's what we need.
But others, they only hear static until they listen more closely.
Hmm. Hi.
So are you headed to the forecastle? Is that where you're going?
Yeah.
You've had your rest?
We're going to need to get that...
I say you get to it. You're going to need to get what?
Whatever she's crying.
Okay, let's get going. We gotta get that last piece of the rod of 7 parts.
Yeah, that's... But... Okay.
And also to save, the last member of this crew, so we can get them back to Sigil. Oh, to that one mansion we're not supposed to be in Sigil.
All right, so you head off. Let's see what might you encounter
this time. But before we go, the whole around. What she's whispering, don't we need to know that?
Why would we need to know that?
I don't know. I just think we should.
Well, if you're going to use that to win her trust, that would be good to know. I put it in the VTT chat.
Let's take a look at the VTT chat.
Everett Montre, they
I mean, the OCC chat is what you're saying.
No, I mean on Foundry.
His name is Everett Montre Veilleux, known as Sponge.
SpongeBob.
Yes.
And who invented SpongeBob? Ween. It's based off the album.
All right, so let's move you to the forecastle.
Okay, here we go.
The prow. All right, so this ship. Let me read.
Why do I still have the shark attached to my character icon?
I don't know. Playing cards.
I don't know. I'm asking.
A colossal heart, part flesh and part stone, looms over this segment's top deck, which and what remains of the ship's prow is plunged deep into the heart, and the deck rumbles as the heart pulses. Scraps of gossamer sails dangle off the ship's broken-off mast, which is jammed through one of the doors leading into the forecastle. So I will take you there. I'll take you there.
Dating yourself.
All right.
No one's take bets on that we're accidentally going to revive
Is that
it.
snap of defense? Is that what's going on there? Is that why he's still attached to me?
Where'd everybody go? Where'd everybody go? All right, so we're leaving the dog. We're taking Dell. Whoa, stop. I didn't want you. Dell and Ozus and Zith. And where's Kines? There is Ezra. Where'd Kines go?
He's right next to Zith.
Oh, got you. Already moved yourself there. All right, cool. And Owly. Okay.
Okay, guys, I don't know what's going to happen to us, but let's do our best not to revive this corpse.
No.
Wait, you're saying you want to revive it?
No. I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. So you guys land on the prow segment. And so it's weird because this ship actually has the whole prow of the ship is kind of sticking out, right? And the back of the ship where it broke off is what is plunged into the heart. So I don't think you can see. All right, so you can kind of see. I'm going to give you all a little view of the next floor down. So this is, let's move you over here. Okay. So now to be kind of grayed out, but you'll be able to see where it's at because the fog of war is lifted. So these two outer stairs lead down to another deck of the ship, which is plunged into this large half-stone heart. But it's really big. So the representation of the heart is not anywhere near what it should be. Whoever drew this map was just, I guess, being metaphorical or something. I don't know. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. So this mast that you see here is what is plunged through the cabin. Okay. Like broken right through the door and taking up the whole door. So I guess for now, what I'm going to do is there's nothing for you to see up here per se. So I'm going to let you walk down the stairs and look at the area that's over here. And they just flew off the map. Okay. I think that works. Okay. So the mast is definitely got a problem here. But what say you? What do you want to do?
Question. So I know none of us can fit through the door frame, right? The one where the mast is going through?
Yeah, where Dell is. Yeah, what's your question?
Could Anea go in there? She's a small creature. Or,
yeah.
well, tiny, really. So,
yeah, it's busted through. Like she could squeeze through, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Anea, would you mind going inside and check what's in the room over here? And I'll keep my eye through your eyes.
All right, so Anea's going to go through there?
Yes.
All right. So a chunk of mast has pierced the doors to the corridor and fills one corner of this room. A large bronze sphere hovers in the center of the room, spinning idly. Displayed on the table below is a wing-shaped contraption. This room's looks like it formerly served as the Lambent Zenith navigation room.
Can they actually go in the room, or I mean, she's just kind of standing next to me?
Kind of poke her head through some breaks in the wood where this mast jabbed through.
Yeah, and so I will start working through her.
Okay.
Those sheer senses. Wow, guys, looks like right in here is the navigation room. Not really sure what all this stuff is at the moment, but wouldn't be a bad idea trying to find our way through.
Mm-hmm.
How thick do the walls seem?
He's going to say as thick as you want them to be.
They're ship's walls, so they're timber thick.
Like about 5+ feet through?
No, but easily 2 to 3 feet for sure.
You guys want to try breaking in through here, or try to find another way?
I don't have a lot of input because I had to go deal with somebody on the other at the front door, so I didn't get the full description. So I'll let you guys drive for sure.
Basically, this mast here is blocking the door to the navigation.
Yeah, at least.
But it's also stabbed directly into the heart of the god that we're on right now.
So the harpoon part of it, the head,
yeah, so they
arrowhead is right here,
falling toward Havoc as two pieces of debris, and then the mast stabbed into the heart, but then also the ship landed on top of it and it just jammed through, and now it's like a toothpick holding a sandwich together, right? That's an analogy for Ozus.
Yeah, so I'll tell you. Hey, Del, what's in the room next to you?
The door is locked.
Yeah, door's closed.
Here, let me take a crack at it. Or, yeah, this might be better. This seems to be deep in thought about the nature of the god we're in. So while he's doing that, I will come up and take out my thief stools. I think I have some. Somewhere.
All right, so you'll need to make a sleight of hand check in order to take on that lock.
Okay. Del, can you give me the help action here? How's this? Give me some that guidance.
Guidance? Hang on. Give me a little bit.
How do we do help action?
You just do it, and then he gets an advantage.
Before we get involved in anything, Jim, are you sure there's nothing attached to my character? Because I keep seeing that shark.
So does a 14 do it?
Targeting you, so.
Okay.
14 plus, I'll roll a d4 for Oz's guidance.
That's
17. Is
that better?
I got a 17 for my lockpicking.
Okay. Well, you pop open the door and you are greeted with a sight. It looks a bit like this.
Hello, Miss Captain.
Yep, we found her.
It was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be.
She looks up at you and she says, "Forgot your manners, did you?"
Honestly, no idea you were in here.
We
knew you were on the section.
The door was locked.
You know what? Fair. So, hello, we're the Stormbreakers. My name's Ganaeus, and these are my friends. And we're here for several reasons. One is to help you and get you back to the rest of your crew. The second is we are looking for an item called a piece of the rod of 7 parts.
Okay. She says, "Don't know what you're talking about."
Greenish crystal thing. Looks like it's broken off from something bigger. We
haven't seen it. If you'd look, I don't want to have bad manners with you as you have had with me, but trust me when I say you probably ought to go before we end up speaking fighting words. This is still my ship.
Why does she think we're taking her ship?
Yeah, we can't take a deep breath. At least for the friend. Okay, let's start from this. We're like about 99% sure you have the piece of this rod. We don't want to fight you. We won't,
yeah, but
you know where the rest of your
tried to take whatever I have, obviously. I've had raiders come by here already.
We're just trying to save basically all of the multiverses.
Yes.
Oh, was that
we
it?
need.
You're trying to save all of the multiverses.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you special?
We're unlucky, honestly. We're trying to stop Vecna. And we've been told by the Archmage Mordecai and several others that we need this object, a piece of which you have, to stop him.
And even if I had it, you'd think I'd just hand it over to strangers? Not a chance.
Look, if you want to bring it with you and we'll take you back to the rest of your crew, We've met them. They're fine, mostly. They had a slot problem, but we took care of it.
Sure.
Yeah, you can carry it.
You'd take me back over to the crew. Perhaps you've already slain them. I'm not going to go so easy, even by myself. You don't know who I am. And she stands up, and you hear the creaking and almost like mechanical gears of her right leg as she stands up, and she stretches out her one wing, and it kind of touches the walls of the room, and you feel a certain kind of power coming from her as it kind of out in waves.
Does
We know
power
all
feel
about
familiar
you,
to me?
Indo. Where's your prosthetic wing?
What makes you think I have a prosthetic wing?
Davros told us you did. Or, no, not Davros.
Figaro told us.
Yeah, Figaro. Yeah,
He told us about Sponge, too.
She stops. You can see her catch her breath. And then she quickly remasks and says, "You fools are here to trick me, and I'm not interested." Now,
No, we saved your crew from Ilren. He was trying to trick them.
Who is Ilren?
Seats.
He was an imposter.
A slot pretending to be a hippo man who was feeding on your crew.
All right. Those who've been trying to convince her, you can make a persuasion roll to see if you can win her over.
Ooh, I can charm her. Wait, let me give you guidance.
Do that and I will. Do that and I will punch you on this.
I already gave you guidance, right?
Yeah, but I've used it already, so it's fine. Are you giving Kineas guidance or Dow?
I gave you guidance. I mean,
Hey, sorry.
Well.
Oh, I was
that?
going to ask if I could help somebody persuade her, but maybe Kineas don't need it.
Oh, this gave you guidance.
You should already have guidance on you.
Yeah. It's there. I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a 15.
Damn it.
Damn it, Janet.
Should have changed all my spells in the morning.
Yeah, if I knew we were going to run into, like, Ginger in a cabin.
Who among you knows their way around contraptions and such?
Zip is pretty intelligent. He doesn't have like experience with mechanisms per se, but he studied a lot. He's very good at lock picking. He does know how sort of, at least locks tend to work.
I have smith tools only because it follows the background of my character. His father was a blacksmith. So at some point I did pick up the blacksmith skills and tools.
I might be decent as well.
I also have smith tools.
What was the spider knickknack we have you popped in our
Talking about?
That was a long time ago.
Spider knickknack?
Yes, it just says spider knickknack, and I open it up.
Oh, that's not good.
So anyway, that's all I have. I mean,
so she just ran to the other room, right?
She's moved
she
into
did?
the other room, and she says, "Why don't you, whoever's the best at mechanics, let's see what you can do."
That's you. You know a little bit about artificing, right?
I do.
well, I
Make stuff and take stuff apart.
And I will. then you go ahead of me, and I will be at your back just in case.
I would love to. I had to reload, so I'm not on. But Jim, if you could do the honors, please.
Sure. Okay, let's see here.
She's going towards some mechanism, some like.
She's got something in their other room.
Yeah, so she walks into the other room, the navigation room.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a bracelet lock that doesn't work.
And Zith, I'll move you in with her. So now you get to see full well what's in this room next to her cabin. And I'll read it again. A chunk of mast has pierced the doors to the quarter that fills, and it fills one corner of the of this whole room. There is a large bronze sphere that hovers in the center of the room, spinning idly. Splayed on a table below it is a wing-shaped contraption. The room formerly served as the Lambent Zenith's navigation room, but now it clearly functions as Inda's workshop.
Mm.
She clearly has been trying to repair her wing. And then she tells you, while I excel at theoretical studies, I'm inexperienced with practical engineering. So if you want to take a look at this wing to see what you can do, it would take an investigation roll to see if you can figure out what things are what. But this wing has obviously been wrecked, and so.
Yeah, I would, and how's her demeanor been after sort of Kineas did his
she
thing?
calmed down a bit, but she still seems to have her guard up.
Okay.
You notice that she has her hand on a very fancy magic short sword at her belt.
Yep. Yeah, Zith would make like a show of handing. So he already had stowed his shield. He has his staff in his hand. So he would, and I don't know, she might be able to tell that that it is a powerful staff. I'd make a show of it to like hand it to Kineas, like looking at her, handing it to Kineas, like, sure, let me take a look at that. I have recently been tinkering with just trying to pass the time, in between these battles. Been reading up on tinkering. I can take a shot. I can't get into Foundry, so I think you're gonna have to roll for me. I'm gonna try again.
I can do that. All right.
That'd be awesome.
So investigation.
I'm pretty decent at investigation.
Mm-hmm. She rolled a 10 for a 19 total. You figure out which joints must be reconnected, and now you need to do a sleight of hand check. And you would roll that for you as well.
Yep.
To get them hooked up.
I would give him the help action.
I would tell her, like, hey, have you tried this? And I would explain what I thought the problem was, and see if she'd tried that yet. Yep. As I'm pulling out my tools, getting ready to do it, a lot like exactly like your dad would do.
They're like.
And I gave Zith.
You give Zith what?
The help action.
Because you are proficient in sleight of hand.
No, I'm not proficient in sleight of hand.
You cannot offer the help action.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait, let me see if I am.
I had a crap roll.
Nope. No, I'm not.
All right. So we're going to see how long it takes you to help figure this out. It isn't long. You're trying to connect what appears to be the malfunction of a tendon, etc. And you're having a hard time getting them together, and you're trying to jostle it, and it's bent, and things aren't exactly right. So you're trying to get them kind of bent in the right place, and they're delicate at the same time because this is a complex piece of machinery. But you are able to get some of the main pieces working again. So she looks at you and goes, "Ah, I see. Well, I think that I can tinker with it from here just enough that I can get it to work."
What does it do?
A wing.
It's her wing. It's her other wing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I could, I'll try and, after she's done, if she gets done, I'll try and help her connect it on her back. I'm sure it's difficult for her to get back there.
Is there anything I can do with my smith tools?
Probably those would be not delicate enough. If you had tinker's tools, that would work.
Okay.
The smith tools are kind of, everything's a hammer.
Everything's
Everything's a nail when all you have is a hammer kind of problem.
Okay.
All right. Zith would step back, look at his handiwork. He wouldn't be super impressed, but he'd shrug his shoulders and say, I think we're close here.
Tell me again why I should trust you.
We mean you no harm. I would tell her about the sort of broader, scheme, right? Like that we are helping these wizards and Sigil, try to have a shot at, saving our worlds, and we are helping them by trying to find all these pieces of this rod. And honestly, no disrespect, and I know you've been through a lot. You've lost your boyfriend. I throw all the names out. I throw it. I know you lost Sponge and the rest of your crew's back there, and they miss you. And Figaro, we helped him out, and we cleared this foe captain out. So I think they're ready for you to come back. And honestly, I don't think you can make much use of the piece that you have, given that your ship is, sort of in pieces. We'd love to help you out as much as we can. We aren't totally sure how the portal works, but we're happy to take you there if you could fly, or if we can get you there. But honestly, we have a very grand quest in front of us, and battle, and with the help of some of the most powerful wizards in the world, or in the worlds. Maybe we have a shot, but without that piece and its 5 other friends, times look dark. And I would salute her as like a captain.
Well, it seems the Lambent Zenith mission has come to an end. I used to dream of bringing light to all corners of this great, vast astral sea, but I was hoping that some modifications to this ship that I had made would let us travel faster and farther to every corner.
Further?
And obviously that didn't work out. She tosses open the door that leads to the most forward section of the ship, on your deck and on this main deck, and she says, "This is what's left of the helm." And you see inside there is a broken, like the ship in this room just ends in a wall of stony flesh. The heart of Havoc, and there's a tremor as the heart beats just once. This reminds you of that trembling that you felt when you were back on the Stern Castle. As this god is somewhere between permanent death and some modicum of life. It hasn't all died, it seems. But I'm gone a long way toward killing us. I would continue my mission if I could. And I would help you if I could, but I cannot.
Why not?
What you seek is locked in a room that had many magical safeguards to it. When the ship broke up, all of those security measures were engaged.
Yes, we've actually kind of already undone 2 of the 3 of them.
What?
Yeah, Figaro told us how to do it.
Well, stars and skies, why didn't you say so?
You were very angry. I opened the door.
I'll fix my wing later. And she goes back out, busts past you, Kineas, and back out the door, and then heads down the stairs that go to the hold.
They will follow her.
And Ezra.
Thanks.
Nah.
So she goes to these big doors down here in the hold. By the way, I'll just kind of explain what this looks like. Let's see. Forward cargo hold. So empty crates and barrels litter this deck, and double doors stand at the fore. The door's surface shimmer as if trapped behind a wall of translucent silver light. She leans forward and whispers something to the door. And the light kind of just goes shh, and just fades off. And she pops open the door. Well, I'll be. You've done it. How did you figure it out?
Oh, Figaro told us how to do it.
I see. That's Figaro's. And now an overwhelming foul stench fills the air where you are in the cargo hold.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Not
For
this
all
again.
of us?
Yeah, you all smell it. It's that room, the front room, the safe room, is just was reeking of it. And then you see that the ship, where it has pierced the heart, there's now just a large gaping hole that leads to kind of a tunnel or maybe an artery or something like that. Something broke in here, or something broke through. I don't know, but the part of the rod was here, and it isn't anymore. You can see that some of the room, in addition to the debris from the wall breaking through, there is the whole contraption that held the rod is completely destroyed. And it looks like maybe that the rod itself, the piece of the rod used to be here. As far as you can tell by looking at some of the pieces, you can piece it back together. But otherwise, it would take some more investigation to figure out what happened to the piece of the rod.
Zith, you can feel the pull of the part we have, right? I'm assuming we got to go down there.
You said we can make an investigation check?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
Danny's gonna take out his half-moon spectacles. I.e., the eyes.
I'm pretty good at investigation. All right.
Oh.
Can I help you?
Whoa.
I mean, yeah.
That should be good.
Oh, Del should be good.
Yeah,
I'll make a saving throw, please. It'll be a Constitution saving throw.
Who's doing this, Del?
Del.
Okay.
Okay. So you kind of cover your mouth and maybe lift your stuff or whatever. It's this horrible smelling in there. You're looking around. You're trying not to breathe, but you do. And are you immune to being poisoned?
Yes.
Okay. The foul air, however, seems to do a once-over that makes you feel poisoned. What is it about your immunity to poison? Just being a monk?
I am immune to poison and being poisoned and disease and being diseased.
Those are class features?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm going to apply a poisoned effect to your character right now because the stench in the air has an air of magic about it as well. So this is some kind of a decay of this dead god is just wafting through your nose. You couldn't keep it out. And you're breathing this air. It's absolutely hideous. So while you are breathing this air, you will suffer from this condition, but as soon as you aren't, you should be fine.
Okay.
So I tried to do poisoned. I guess that works. Okay. All right. Goes gods. I haven't really set foot off the wreckage because, yeah, I'm not completely whole. Was hoping to be done to get more into that first before I started to explore. But there's something in there. And I'm sure it's causing some of that as well. Or maybe at least a part of it. Oh, good God. So she looks at you and she says, well, I'm guessing the part you're looking for is down that tunnel somewhere.
Always is.
Of course it is. Why can it never just be easy?
I'll join you if I get my wing fixed.
Well, we're not in a rush, so.
Suddenly there's another boom, and it just shakes the ship, the walls, just kind of as the heart tries to beat again.
Or maybe we are.
So one thing you notice is that the walls, the ceilings, and the floor beyond the prow of the ship are all made of purple flesh. Parts of this flesh have been petrified, hardening them into gray crystalline stone, while other parts still remain soft and kind of spongy. This heart beats erratically, sending a dull pulse echoing through its chambers every few minutes. What do you do?
I would ask Inda if she knows any way that we could, like, has she had any experience with this part of this planet or God or whatever you want to call it? If she doesn't remember.
This is Havoc, the chaos god.
Yep.
Very, very ancient. He is here to die, and is doing a pretty good job of it, but just not all at once.
You've never been this far down, like that gas that just affected our friend. Have you ever dealt with that? Are you susceptible to that?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Even a diva has her limits.
Well, guys, how do we do this? Kineas,
well, I could protect.
Memory serves you have some sort of thing where you don't need to breathe air or something.
No, I do need to breathe
Underwater.
Yeah, oh wait, actually, yes, I have. You gave me my necklace of adaptation, and I will lower my armor slightly to show off the necklace.
And remind us what that does exactly.
Give me 1 second. So while wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment. You advance on saving throws made to avoid or in the poison condition.
Okay, well, that's good. That's one.
Yes,
is this a one-man job? That's the question.
I did find my pure of body to be able to read it. Purity of body, immune to disease and poison at level 10th level of monk.
Yep. So anyone who ventures in is going to need to make a similar saving throw or be suffering under those effects. I'll let you, since you have immunity, I'll let you make a saving throw every turn until you succeed. It's a DC 20 Constitution saving throw.
I have a protection of poison spell. Does that help at all?
That would reduce the effects of. I think would reduce the effects of the poison, but that's if it's poison that does damage, maybe.
And what about my necklace? What is that in this situation?
If you were in water, that would help you. But this isn't water.
It says breathe normally in any environment. You advantage.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then you would be under the same conditions as Dell. Is anybody else got poison immunity?
What's those conditions again? I mean, this is metagaming a bit, but Dell like we all know that Dell does well with poison. But what did you say about like how you'd make him do the checks?
Yeah, so I just posted. Okay. So the way this is going to work for Dell, because he has a kind of a built-in immunity, is that it affects him because he failed the saving throw, but it affects him until he makes it. And with you guys, you fail the saving throw, and it's going to affect you the whole time until you get clean air.
And if we make the saving throw?
Yeah, then you're good.
18 failed.
Yeah. It's a DC 20 check.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
So we'd huddle, like we'd see that Dell was not immune as we thought, right?
Dell roll
like that would be clear.
He can recover. Yeah. He's coughing. He's gagging.
Yeah.
It's affecting his ability to save.
Zit would point at Ozus and ask him if, well, why don't you give it a try?
Well, I have the protection from poison, and it's not a concentration spell, and I can give it to as many of us as we need so. But then I'm wiping out my spell book, my slots. I wouldn't say my slots, but I'm saying I'm weakening for the day.
You have that prepared, Oz?
Yeah.
So me and Dell don't need it. Ezra's a dwarf, so Ezra, me and dwarf are actually more resistant to poison, right?
What's that? Say it again.
Do you have a resistance to poison?
I do, yeah.
Is that just the poison?
Resistance is not the same as immunity.
Yes. I was wondering.
Big difference.
That'll help him with his saving throws or what?
Resistance, I think, cuts the damage. That
just means I take half damage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, what it does is gives you, at least the one that I have, it gives me an advantage for the saving throws. And it has and plus as resistance.
Okay. Zith is gonna here's what we as a celestial, I would ask Inda if she has any resistance to this noxious hair.
Does she remember whether she
Inda?
Oh, and you want to know if she's resistant to
this noxious air that knocked Dell out? Yeah.
It didn't knock him out. He just is.
Yeah, he was stumbling around.
Yeah, sort of. Feeling the effects. Yeah. You want to know?
Would she know if she is? Yeah. I'm trying to get a head count here.
Yeah, this would affect her too.
This would affect her too. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Ezra is all right. So, how wiped out would you be if you covered 3 of us? That's not bad, right? It's just a 5th level spell. I mean, that's nothing.
No, it's a 2nd level spell.
Yeah, but you need to upcast it, right? Is that what you're saying? Is there an upcast version of it, or would you just use a bunch of 2nd level spells?
No, I would just use 3. I got 3 slots.
So why don't you do that? Like, Zith would encourage you to cover Ezra and Inda. Seems like Kineas is going to be okay. Dell has a decent shot.
Hang on. Ezra has already resistance to poison, correct?
Resistance, but not immunity. Yeah.
I don't know
what that would mean as far as rules.
No, I have protection from poison. I just threw it out there. It's like it neutralizes it. If you've been poisoned, it neutralizes it.
And you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned and resistance.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm guessing, what maybe Ezra already has that, so you only need.
That's what I'm asking. What do you have?
Just maybe Ezra
and not the saving throw.
Yeah.
You have advantage on saving throws. Yeah, so maybe just cover you and
no, he only has
you and
resistance. He
Inda.
doesn't have what? Do you have advantage on your saving throws and resistance, or just resistance?
No, I'm just resistance.
Yes. Okay. So he doesn't have the advantage of the throw.
Question: what is everybody's?
Yeah, so Zenith would be like, "I'm done arguing. Come on," and he would just walk into the room, and he'd pull Dell in,
not gonna heal you both
back in, and Zith would foresee that this would not affect him as it would affect the other people, spending his critical 20 portent on the saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I did get a 20 and a 3. It was pretty great.
I even put that meme out today. The big room is the big boss.
And just he would walk in and hope that like his bravado worked and dragging Dell along with him. Like, come on, Dell. Caneas, get in here.
I'm coming first. I am not letting Zith go first. He's too squishy. I will go first as the leader.
Is she laughing at this point? Or is she still like...
That's a great idea, Caneas.
Oh, it make her laugh?
Hey, who goes in after Caneas? Let's call it.
Oh,
I'm gonna sit back and watch.
This is so weird. Every time I try and open up my character sheet, it freezes me out of the game.
Yeah.
Jim, could you throw mirror image on me too? And I'll go in after Dell. I guess Inda isn't. Ozus, did you cast your spell on Inda and you?
No, no one.
Oh, you may want to. Is my guess.
It's a touch. Okay, I'll touch myself.
Oh, that's not
Sorry, YouTube.
Okay. Here we go.
It didn't say it was a... Oh, that's my guidance.
Getting to the heart of the matter.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna go on mute for a.
Okay.
Our things change.
Yeah, I noticed that. They've got this anime look to it.
Yeah, no. Me and Doug have our artwork other things now.
Oh yeah, that's the drawings that
you guys still have the chance to get.
Yeah, she was drawn, right?
Yep. All right, it is dark in here, and that doesn't bother most of you. But this noxious gas in the air also obscures vision.
It makes things blurry.
Makes it, like a fog.
And do we need to roll for the poison?
Yes, please do.
I roll with an advantage in... What are we rolling?
You are still on the ship and stepping forward down here, stepping into this weird, tunnel.
Can I roll again?
Yeah, and we have advantage, right?
You didn't do it, huh? Yeah, so those who are immune will eventually be able to breathe normally, even with this magical chaos poison gas, right?
Yeah, but where do I roll?
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. For Kineas and Dell, you're going to roll a d4, and that's how long before you succeed in your roll and you can breathe normally. For Ozus, you have that same spell on you. How long does it last?
It lasts an hour, and it's
Nice.
I roll an advantage, and I'm resistance. But
so roll a d4 as well. Ezra,
with
you
advantage.
can roll a d6. Zith, I think you would qualify for a d6 as well, right?
I passed your check. So whatever Dell has, I guess. Same thing.
Oh, yeah. No, you passed. All right. So you're fine. Okay.
I rolled a 3.
All right. So you guys can traipse around, and the only hindrance that this noxious gas is going to be to you, really, is that you have difficulty seeing too far ahead.
Yes.
Other features of the area, so bear these things in mind. Though much of havoc is petrified and crumbling in the astral sea, the god's heart still beats. Over time, there is still residue as well of this extremely powerful chaotic magic. Absolutely foul air all throughout the heart. There may be conditions that will come up again that will require you to have a problem with breathing the air. Again, it's partially because of the chaos magic, where you find your normal immunities or resistances are weakened against this poisonous gas. All areas inside the heart are very dimly lit by floating orbs of pinkish bioluminescence. But the gas itself, also, which permeates all the area, makes it very difficult for you to see very far ahead. Kineas will have the best natural vision, and I think Dell after that, right? And then kind of the rest follow suit. If you just have dark vision, then you'll still be able to see, but the gas itself causes an issue with that. The wall, ceilings, and floor, like I said, are part petrified stone, crystal, and part soft and spongy. The heart beats erratically, and the ceilings in the heart are roughly 50 feet high. You can still fly in here.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Right. Somebody left. Who was that? Oh, they're back. Okay, good. All right.
I can't like open my character sheet to do rolls or anything, so I'll just follow the map.
Yep, and I'll roll for you when you want to do something. Okay.
I'll see if it'll work from D&D Beyond. I don't have everything in there because I don't sync it, but I'll see.
Yeah, that won't. I don't mind rolling for you if you tell me what it is you want.
Okay.
Can you look? You can use your character sheet on D&D Beyond and see.
Yeah,
it should be syncing, though. You're saying it's not syncing?
No, I haven't tried it because every time I sync it, I lose some inventory.
Yeah. No, it should be syncing automatically. All right.
Maybe it is.
Beyond the shattered safe room is an oval chamber with walls of purple flesh, dimly lit by the pinkish bioluminescent orbs. The air reeks of death. An opening in one wall leads to another chamber. Who's
I will
holding the
start.
rod? The first piece.
That means Zith.
Zith.
Zith, you divine from the rod and how it's thrumming or pulling you, like acting like a compass almost.
Yep.
That the next piece of the rod is just deeper into the heart. It's not right here. Duh. Now, there is some detritus over yonder in said heart or vein or whatever chamber you're in. And so there is some stuff maybe over there in just random rubble. You could have a look at that. You could venture further into the heart and see what is available.
We know something took it.
Yeah,
so just everybody be ready. I will look in this rubble.
I'll help him.
Investigation.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking through this. Just perception.
Perception. Good at that.
I'm not half bad at it. But I am tonight, apparently.
All right. What did you roll? I wasn't looking.
22.
7.
Oh, okay. So, Del, you find a gilded spyglass.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I have tossed that onto your character sheet. You may give it to someone else if you wish, but it looks quite valuable.
Yes. Del, wait, I think I found something. I'll take out this weird, like, heart-shaped rock that... It's just a rock.
Yes, right. You can carve your name into it and give it to someone.
Yeah,
Or,
I was here.
Wait, what do those little candies say? Kiss me? Something like that?
Yeah.
Weird. Why is there... This is on... No, wait, this is just a rock, isn't it?
There's another one. Hey, doesn't this look like Oz's? You look. If you have to kind of squint. You have to kind of squint, but you can see it.
I looked through the spyglass.
It looks very nice. It's not magical, but it looks like it's worth about 1,000 gold by your estimation.
Do I see anything?
I looked at the rock through the spyglass to see if it looks like Oz's.
It's blurry when it's so close. So yes, it does look like. It does absolutely look like Oz's when you look at it like that.
What do I see
Uncanny.
in front of me?
What
Can I
do you
see this far down?
Close. Yeah, you can see it. What you see is what you can see. Yep.
I know we're not affected yet by this gas.
No, you have been, and the number that you rolled on the die. So if you rolled a D4 or D6, but so many rounds before you kind of get over it with your spell and so forth. Yeah.
You guys coming?
Yep, we'll keep going.
Oh, okay. Stop there.
Oh,
you
boy.
have ventured into the next chamber.
This
is the ventricle chamber. The walls and floors of this massive chamber alternate between gray, petrified stone, and flexing muscle and flesh.
Oh, boy.
Clinging to the ceiling is some kind of sack. Within the sack, you see movement. And movement that of some creature that has become aware of your presence. It suddenly begins to tear open, and horrible, slimy, green, pukish, kind of a gray-green just slime begins to pour out onto the floor. And out from this, I don't know what it is, some kind of a sack, and comes a head of a creature. Whoops, let's not save. Let's copy. Copy and go to the chat and paste so you can see what is coming out of this this thing. All right, there we go.
Oh.
Whoa.
That is freaky.
This is the one.
So
it's over. It's over
everybody
here somewhere.
Make a survival roll. See if you can survive seeing this thing.
Yeah, come in and roll.
It did. You rolled
I got
20.
a 20.
Ozus, you have heard of this kind of a creature. You've never seen one, but this is known as a Hurtalog.
Ooh. From where I came from?
You're aware of it. They ain't dragons. They ain't lizards. Oh no, they're much worse. When a dead god is left adrift in the astral sea, its corpse sometimes spawns a parasite monster known as a Hurtalog. Voracious and terrifying, a Hurtalog resembles a skinless serpentine lizard with sharp claws and a gaping maw that drips venom. A Hurtalog's gruesomely exposed muscle renders it a fearsome sight.
Mm.
So this is a Hurtalog. Welcome. Let's roll initiative.
Yay.
This thing's ugly.
It says there's no combat in my
Yep. Hold on, I gotta load it with your guys first. Oh, Zith, I did not have you following everybody, so you're way behind. So I will put you in a place that makes sense. All right.
Did my initiative roll come through or no?
I did not see it. Let me look.
Oh, that's sad.
Nope, I did not see it, but that's fine. We'll roll initiative for you. Let me break this out, pop it out, stick it over here.
I'll try and get to the Stormbreakers on Safari and see if it works any better.
Okay. Yeah.
Not happening.
All right, Della's rolled, Aeneas has rolled, Ezra's rolled, Zith hasn't rolled yet. We're going to roll right now. You get initiative, advantage, so you roll a 17.
Plus 3.
Yep. Yeah, you rolled a... Yep. All right. The Hurtalog rolls its initiative.
Where's Hurtalog? Where is it? Okay, I see it.
Never mind.
Now I see it.
It's a biggin. It's a biggin. All right, Zith.
It was in a bag, though. It was in a bag, or it was in like a sack that seemed part of the wall.
Maybe like an amniotic sack.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that makes more sense.
All right.
It's close too.
Yeah, it's not far. It has dropped down from the ceiling, kind of dropped down, and it like lands on its little lizard legs, and it screeches. The piercing sound of the screech is hard to listen to, but nonetheless, may tend to put a little bit of fear into you. Just naturally, you feel it just like pierce right through you. I'll need to break this out too. Hold on a second. So I can keep an eye on that. Wait, that's not a hurt log. Hold on. Stand by. I gotta bring this up. All right, here we go. Blippy doop. All right. I am ready. The question I have for you is, did you invite your little creatures with you? If so,
the doggy?
No, he's not with you. He stayed with his friend.
Okay.
They're playing cards peacefully. Glad they're not with you right now. So the question is Ollie there and is Anea there? Because they will also need to make saving throws and will act as if they are poisoned.
Did you bring them?
They fail.
I'm
did
good.
You bring them?
No, she probably passed away with first sniff at this point.
Yeah, as you started to walk into this.
Yeah, gone.
Horrible stuff.
Immediately.
Like, stay back. Oh, did you put your owl away?
No, because you can't put them away here, right? Like, I was going to, and then Kineas talked me out of doing that. So
baiting you.
Ollie would have followed me and and just died.
Yeah, no. I would have told Anea, no, you're going to stay out here this time.
All right.
I would like to know.
Neither. Go ahead.
Is she still within 100 feet of me, though?
No, she won't be when you get to this part of the heart.
Okay, so I need to know. Yeah, no, she's dead.
You're not going to benefit from healing at this point. All right. So you've got a couple marks against you as we begin this fight. The first is a really big, nasty creature. Zith! You sense the rod is somewhere inside this creature.
In the creature.
And that maybe you kind of suspect that the magical effects of the rod part that's within it have also helped it to grow quickly to this level. This is like an adult-sized hurtlog. It's a huge monstrosity that would very much like to eat you. All right. Yes, sir.
Do we? I don't know if this is actually, or we can't know, but do we feel like we can have the same sort of like thought movement as we had outside in here, or would we not know until we tried to fly?
You can fly in here. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's have at it.
So the first thing that it is going to do is
pauses.
Right?
I don't see it, so
it opens its mouth to you. You can watch the stream. It'll be 10 seconds behind.
No, I'm on the map now. I just don't see him.
Oh,
yeah, you can't. He's out of line of sight.
Got it.
He's like around the corner.
You sense
like
that
I can see
him right here.
So imagine.
Got it.
Is where you sense, because you're holding the other piece of the rod. So you sense that's where it is right there.
Yeah.
Not very good for targeting, but you could do an area of effect somewhere over there and hope to hit it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hit
the first thing it does is it opens its maw, and its big old toothy maw, and there's poison dripping out of it. And as it opens its maw, you sense it breathe in. And as it does so, there's some strange luminescence going on inside of its mouth. And Ozus, you need to, let's see. You look at it, and it's like takes its breath to come at you, and then it absolutely does. It squeezes right through this hole over here, and comes right at you. It moves so fast, like spiders in the movies. It goes, and it's right up on your face. And with that, it is going to do multi-attack. It gets a bite and 2 claws. So we're going to do all of that on you right now.
Where's Knaeus?
I'm
Claw
moving
number
very bad.
1.
Finch, you're where?
I targeted you. There it is. Okay. Catching up.
Oh, damn, that's a brutal roll.
All right. With your shield, it misses. That's one claw attack. So now you have a shield again. It's still going to attack you one more time. That one, it misses completely. And now here comes the bite. It gapes right over you.
Oh, crit
and you
miss.
step aside as it snaps right into the ground. And it takes a piece of stone and flesh right into its mouth.
Yikes.
So that saves you from taking a tremendous amount of damage. You could see that it just chomped right in, just took out part of the ground and the wall in one shot. All right, that ends its turn. So that will take us to the next. All right.
Let's pause the game.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're right. It is.
Yep.
All right. You may go, monkey. Go for it.
Okay, I can move.
All right.
For some reason I could move.
Fearlessly charge right at it. Are you off the ground flying or are you on the ground?
I'm on the ground, but then I'm leaping at it, kind of carefully landing on its back with all its spikes.
Oh, okay. Going for the top down. Gotcha. So you fly up the air and land on its back.
I want to be behind. Yeah, I want to be behind its mouth. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
And start whacking away at it. Oof. Crit.
Oh.
And I have my symbiotic entity is going. I turned it on when we entered here. So I get a D6
massive.
necrotic.
Yeah, it's massive, pure muscle, like no skin is on it. It's just muscle. You dig right into the muscle, no skin. And while that muscle is literally hard as rock, you wedge your staff with a downward thrust right into the creature's, right between the muscles. And you dig in nice and tight. All right. What else you got?
All right. And you added the 5 also. 5 necrotic.
Sure. Yep. Why not?
Nice. $14.
Ooh, lots of damage. Nice.
Plus, 6 necrotic. And I will spend a key point and do a flurry of blows.
All right.
First hit misses. The first swing misses.
Yep. Again, you just hit it. It's like hitting a stone wall. Right off the skin itself. All right, with that blow, another solid shot, you do another good bit of damage right to the, you just like whacking on the muscle. You can see it kind of turning black as you strike it because you've got your necrotic damage going and all that stuff, right? So you're making an effect, but it's just a small piece of it. This will take you quite a while to whittle through this directly. All right, if you were alone, you'd be in big trouble here. All right, stop the action right now. Zith does not get to go yet.
Wait, what? Boo.
You don't get to go yet. I get
legendary
layer action, some bullshit. Yep. Oh, sorry, YouTube.
It actually goes right up this column that's next to it. You guys don't get any opportunity attack. It runs around the other side and along the ceiling, skittering so fast. It moves well around the room over there. It's on the ceiling at this point. All right, now you can go, Zith.
So I was on his back, like holding onto his spikes.
All right,
did he kind of leave me in the dust, or
maybe? Let's make.
Did I get to ride him?
Make a strength.
Oh my god!
To see if he drops you to, or leaves you floating in the air while he just skitters away.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah. To see if you can hang on.
Give him a dex throw. Oh, boo.
No. It's strength to hang on. So with a 15, you start to hang on, and he whips when he goes whipping around that column. I'm going to deposit you over here, and you kind of come up against that wall. So you're not, because you're flying, kind of, right? And so you stop yourself. You're not like launched into the wall for damage or anything, but you up against the wall. So you're there, and you can still, you have a good
kind of land feet first against the wall.
Yeah, so you're kind of sideways now, right? Like you're walking around the wall, but you've landed there and you kind of crouched there or whatever, ready to continue flying, whichever way your mind can take you. All right, so Zith, that was a good point, good question. You guys keep doing that while we're going through this. We'll weave us a nice, exciting combat. Zith, what are you gonna do to make this combat exciting?
So, were we walking in or flying? And like Zith would assume that he's flying, but not sure if we clarify that. Okay.
You probably like doing that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be halfway between the ceiling and the floor. So I can't see this guy. So I'm gonna run or fly up to this point, which I assume. Okay. Let me see him. Okay, where is Kineas? Do I see him anywhere? I don't see Kineas at all.
I am over here.
Yeah, he's behind the pier.
You left him behind. You saw him where he was before, but not now.
Okay, and this animal is on the ceiling, yeah?
Yeah,
he's up here now.
Okay, so Zith would be like, Kineas, get the bleep in here now. What are you doing? And Zith would take his staff and point it at this thing and do something that honestly he hasn't done yet. And he would...
you can see his skin-free muscle system is just all ugh. Okay.
So what am I concentrating on? I'm not concentrating on anything. I don't know what this thing is saying. I'm invisible, so
guidance or anything?
No, it hasn't lost the invisible condition yet. I don't know why. Maybe you didn't turn the clock. So he would cast this.
You're right, I didn't.
And Zith would foresee that this monster, at least as much as he can foresee, right? Zith can't foresee. Ooh, that is awesome. Whoa. I can't foresee legendary resistances, but Zith does see that he can. This monster may fail this attempt at resisting this spell.
Yes.
And hopefully, if he's paralyzed and it works, he falls to the ground.
You feel your rod pulse as you cast this spell, and on the other end, you feel the other rod pulse too. So you feel like there's a really good chance you cast this spell. You're like, you used the incantation. It's got VS and M, right? So you have a free hand. Yes? Because your shield's still away and you have your staff. Or do you have the rod? No.
I have the rod and no shield. And I have Warcaster, I think.
Oh, so you don't need a spare hand? You just don't need semantic components or not a thing?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So you give your verbal, you're using your, maybe you're using the rod as a focus or something, but to get rid of your material component necessities, you cast person. it roils
Whole
forward.
monster.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, right. And I just said the wrong thing. Get over it. All right, so then
I'm just saying.
you see that he shimmers a little bit under your hold, and then it's almost like there's some crinkle in your foreseeing. It's weird, and he is not held. Your spell fail. He makes a saving throw.
Even with the portent.
Even with your portent, you saw him fail, but then you saw him succeed. It's weird. It's like it fought against your portent. Like your divination wasn't so divine just right there.
Oh
yeah,
man.
Zith's eyelids close, and he's just like, it could not be this easy, could it? And he retreats bit just behind one of these things, and he's beating himself up over the fact that he should have known that his magic would not have worked the same here as elsewhere.
That's true, Zith. Zith flies in, tries to be the big hero guy. He's setting everyone up for success, and it goes, and he's like, "Okay, your turn, Kenneth. I'm out of here."
Yeah, yep.
and you like tag. You do like one of those wrestling tags where it's like, "You're up."
Yeah, Vince, you don't need to use that kind of language to me. I'm sorry if all this armor is actually holding me down.
Okay, you're flying or running?
Flying.
Okay, and what's your flight speed again?
14 times 5 is 70.
Okay, there you go.
So start with.
All right, so you're flying right up to where he's at. I'm going to put him at 50 feet to remind me where he is. And you're at 50 feet now, too. Or close.
Wait. I don't know who's rolling. It's not me. Oh, yeah, so.
Boiling me.
Bonus action.
I'm going to imagine Del landed about 25 feet up.
This, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You made a Constitution saving throw. Why?
Oh, that must have been by accident or some automation.
Oh. Kenneth attacked you. That's what it was.
Oh, I did?
Let's see. I'm looking.
No.
Yep, that's exactly what you did. No, the Illifarn bow staff. What did you do with that? It rolled an attack.
Oh, it was. I'm looking at my character sheet. Maybe I mistakenly hit something.
You targeted yourself.
Blow ourselves up.
You did. Yeah, you targeted yourself. All right, I got it now. All right.
So, I'm using an action to cast Spirit Shroud. I have no idea why I did that. I've used my bonus action to cast Giant's Might. Now I'm using my DM action.
Yes. Well done with the journal entry. I like it. It was well done. Yep. You're now casting aspersions on the. On who again? Who did your journal you thought was responsible for screwing things up?
The pretty lady.
The Harpers.
Part of the
right.
The not Harpers specifically.
The not Harpers. Okay. The anti-Harpers. Okay.
Yeah. So here's what happens. As I'm flying, I suddenly I activate my runes, and my body starts growing. And as those runes go, I suddenly spread them out to float all around me. And then I remember why we're here, we got thrown by Talos, but we got thrown onto this island. How this all started was I got tricked. And I'm suspecting that whoever those people were not who they claimed to be. This is someone's plan.
They weren't really trying to tell you where to find your archenemy so you could defeat her once and for all. They instead conspired with the god Talos to lure you into a trap so Talos could throw you halfway across the planet. I got it.
Or the god Vecna.
Okay.
I think they're working for Vecna.
That was a solid hit.
Because I'm not done yet. So I get to add Spirit Shroud and Giant Smite to that. That's another 8 points of damage, 30. And second attack. That's another D8.
Another solid hit.
Yes. That's a total of 50 points of damage. And I'm going to use the Fire Ring. Some of the celestial chains to bind this thing. To bind this creature. But that fails. But it still does, let's see. 30, 45, 50. 55 points of damage total.
All right,
yeah,
nice.
That will end my turn.
All right. Stand by, Ezra.
Yep.
In a retaliatory strike, the Hurtlog, you see its jaws unhinge and just go right at you. It is going to hit you hard. And even the gift of the metallic dragon is not enough to stop this thing from hitting you.
So it just tears through my paper wings.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it goes right. And actually, its maw is so big, it kind of just goes all around you. And it is actually going to swallow you.
What the fuck?
Everyone can't believe that this big snake thing just unhinged its jaws, much like a rattlesnake takes on a badger or something bigger and just bites it and just begins to consume it. You are now in the Hurtlog's maw. You're in the gullet, my friend. So this looks like it's going to do 2d8 piercing damage. I don't see the damage roll showing up just yet. I'm not sure what it's doing.
It can eat me even though I'm a large creature?
You can use your reaction to grant extra. What? Excuse me?
It can eat me even though I'm a large creature?
Absolutely.
I mean,
it's huge, for starters, but it apparently decided to accommodate the room that you need to be inside its mouth. So you are in the gullet of this creature now. It has consumed you. Your head first, and you are taking extra damage. Are you immune to poison damage or resistant to it?
Resistant.
Okay, so you'll take half damage on that. All right, so what's going to happen is it's going to do 2d8 plus 6. I wonder if that will roll if I click that. Oh, yeah, there it goes. All right, so that's 21 points of piercing damage.
That's 11 points. No, 21 points of piercing.
And, oh, you know what? You've forgotten one thing.
No, that's the piercing, not the poison.
That's the piercing damage, so hold on. You've forgotten one thing, and that is to roll for your mirror image, because you cast mirror image, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So it may swallow one of your mirrors. Nope, that looks like that's you.
Wait 1 second. I think I need to roll specifically a 6 or higher. So I think my mirror image. Read it. Here, mirror image. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
All right. Well, lucky you. Your mirror image vanishes, and it shakes its head furious that it couldn't taste you and devour you. All right.
So I think at that moment, the moment I use my wings, like that, it's more than. I also like push off slightly, so one of my mirror images, like it goes right for the image where I was.
Yeah. And he couldn't tell which one it was anyway. There's three of you all in kind of this similar space, and he just whooped on one that wasn't you. You thought for sure it was going to be you. You felt you just felt yourself,
we all did.
Sphincter pucker. You know what I'm saying? There's that sphincter factor here. And all right, Ezra, it's your turn now. Go ahead.
I am going to move in. Come on. There we go.
Yep, you have clear view from there unless you need to be closer.
Yep. No, I do not. I am going to.
And are you on the ground or up in the air?
I am probably about, I would say like 10 feet up in the air.
All right, you're flying. 10 feet up in the air.
Very
gotcha.
High.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Flame Strike.
Flame Strike. All right, let's see it. Put your template down and let's do your worst. Nice.
I think that can get casted twice. Maybe it did.
No, it did after you placed. Oh, maybe you did. After it placed them as your template, it rolled damage. So you did 46 plus 4d6 for 29 points of damage. You forgot to target him because it said there's no target.
That's weird because I hit the T button, but okay.
Yeah, it was lit up. It was flashing.
Right. I don't know, but all right, no problem because
saying to reload application.
Oh, nice. So you, screwed up there. All right. So a 10-foot cylinder comes just beaming right where he's at. I see you got him perfectly in the spot, and so he gets to make a save before he takes your 29 points of damage. Save for half. So we're gonna roll a what saving throw? Dexterity saving throw. All right, let's do that. Dex saving throw. Here comes. Oh, all right. So he'll take half of that damage, and I will apply half. Boom.
Okay. And if you want to just end my turn for me, because I'm not loaded in yet.
No problem. All right. Ozus, last but certainly not flaming least. Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, let me move here. Let me select you. Harm.
Ooh. Doing the harm thing. All right, that looks like a lot of damage. Looks like you're going to do 48 points of damage. But he makes his save.
Yeah.
All right. And you notice that something else about it, it took even less damage.
Yeah.
All right, it is absolutely furious that it couldn't eat Kineas the first time. So it is going to try again. Let me make sure you're targeted, and it's going to bite again, Kineas. So why don't you roll for your mirror image?
Okay. No.
I don't think it hits you though.
It's happening to you, but it does get you. So you're gonna take the damage. Where is my damage? It rolled a bunch of dice, but didn't track it. All right, so I'm gonna do it again. Here we go. This is the piercing damage. 2d8 plus 6. So that's 13 points of piercing damage. You're going to take 2d12 of poison damage, so you'll divide that in half. So that's 8 points of poison damage. And you are now blinded. Can I do? I guess I got to do it like this. Blinded.
Kines has so many effects on him, like there's no rain.
I know. Let's try this again. Blinded. Where's the blindfold guy? That's stunned. You're not stunned.
I maintain my concentration. That's good.
Okay, where are you? Blinded.
So it did not swallow me.
It swallowed you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it did it again. It's like, oh, I'll get one of you. And so it swallowed you, but good. You can't find blind.
Stomach?
Hiding, exhaustion, deafened, transformed, sleeping, poisoned, invisible, grappled, blinded. There it is. It's the eyeball with the line over it. Oh, I love that effect.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? Blinded and restrained. So that's the net. Where's that one?
Kines cannot see for the first time in almost a year.
All right, and you are all restrained. You are inside the gullet. And so it is going to use the other aspect of its legendary abilities, and it immediately, Kines, begins to drain the life right from you. So you're in the Hertolog's gullet. You're going to take 3d6 of necrotic damage, and it's going to gain back the same number of hit points. So 1, 2, 3, here it comes. You're going to take this much necrotic damage, so 9, and I'm going to heal back 9 points to the Hertolog.
I'm so glad I have Warcaster.
Point. All right. You guys see this lizardous monstrosity of muscle and claws and fangs shiver a little bit, and you can see some of those black spots that were on it before from the necrotic attacks that the monk delivered. They go back to the purpley, gross flesh that it had before. All right. What is this with going on with the?
Oh no, sorry. I accidentally cast neutrality.
Because you're doing damage. I gotta undo now.
Oh, sorry. I did not mean to do that.
Oh, it actually made the save. So, I guess never mind. But
anyway, sorry.
Yep.
Came up while I was doing like this.
No worries. All right. So you are in the mouth of the beast. I'm going to move you right over here by him. You're both. You can see the muscles on his throat just flexing. All right. And that is its action. Del?
Del is going to cast Fairy Fire. Oh,
yeah, go ahead. All right, no, you can do that. That's fine. You cast Fairy Fire, and after your move, I will do something else.
I guess I'll move over here a little bit. I think that he was probably close enough anyway. It's 60 feet.
Great.
Oh, that was an at 20.
Yep, that was a waste. I will also, as my bonus action, cast Patient Defense. So that will take the dodge action. And I'll stay there.
All right. Very good. So many windows open. All right. Should be good.
Was it is stowing something in just a regular action or bonus action? Oh.
Sorry, what was your... No, go ahead, Ziff. What would you want to do?
Sorry, is stowing something a bonus action or an action? That's not anything, right? It's just stowing.
A bonus action has to say you can do this as a bonus action.
No, stowing something.
You don't
just stowing something. That's
a free action.
Yeah. So Zip will stow his rod that he's been carrying around forever at this point. Its use is it's gone to break glass in case of emergency after that epic fail. And he is going to reach down and sort of punch his fist towards this monster, casting this spectral hand. Like as he throws his fist out at the monster, this giant hand just starts going towards it. And I guess I gotta lay this down here.
Oh, you gotta put the hand out there. Oop. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to move you. You have to do it in a place where I'm looking at the wrong place. Hold on. You have to... This would be an unoccupied space, right? Okay.
I don't know if that's true, but I'm looking big.
Yeah, the first paragraph. In an unoccupied space that you can see within range.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so it is next to him, not on top of him. Unless you want to put it underneath him, you could do that.
No, I was just going to put it on the side of him and punch the crap out of him.
All right. So Bigby's hand is also 50 feet up in the air. All right.
Oh, where did I miss this here? Sorry, I have lots of windows that are happening. Okay. Yeah, so he's going to do punch fist. Oh. Sorry. Target. I'm not targeting Kneas, I swear.
It's fine.
Good, go ahead.
Ooh.
Just takes a giant punch right at him.
Yep. Throttle him. Go for it.
Yep. I rolled the attack. I also rolled... It should have rolled the damage too.
That hits.
Oh, it rolled a bunch of damage dice as well.
Yeah, something like that.
It's 4d8. So I'll just roll 4d8. That's weird. I saw the d8s too.
Yeah.
I can't roll manually.
So that's 20.
That was 20. You rolled 20.
Okay.
20 points.
Cool. Okay. And I'll duck back. No use for me being out here. And that will be the end of my turn. And the tracker.
Okay, my turn. So I'm in the gullet of the creature.
Indeed you are, sir. Indeed you are.
Okay, so for my bonus action, I'm going to activate the heal rune. That way I can take less damage from normal stuff.
All right.
Next. Trying to see what I can do, but so all my attacks will be disadvantaged, correct?
Yes.
Well, not much else I can do at the moment, so still hits. Either 5 points for my giant smite and my shroud. That's
right.
another next attack. Use Callus again. That definitely does not hit. So next up is I need to get thanks my bucks for this action surge. Another 2 attacks. Another 4 points of radiant damage. And final attack coming up. Hit. Okay.
That misses. The last one missed, right?
Yeah, the last one missed.
Yep. So how much damage did you do total? 11?
Total I did 22, 7, 44. 44 points of damage of slashing, magical slashing, and radiant.
Okay. So all right, so you're inside the gullet. You're having a hard time moving, but you already had your sword out because you just attacked with it as it ate you. So you just like go straight up above your head, further down into its throat, and you just gash into the throat a little bit with the bludgeoning from Bigby's hand, and you're swinging, you can't really swing your sword, so you're kind of just jabbing it everywhere you can. And as you do that, the creature spits you back out.
Ooh.
So you are no longer blinded. Where's blinded? Right there. And you are no longer restrained.
Well, that was horrible.
Yeah, but you did, between the two of you did enough damage to make it spit you back out again. All right. So now we've got 2 more people to go, and then we're going to end for tonight. So let's do that.
Okay.
Ezra.
Boy, you can kill it. Leaving you.
Alright, guy and bolt.
Oh, one more thing. Kineas, make an intelligence saving throw. Say DC 14.
Sure.
Nice.
Made it. What happened?
Yeah, you did. No, it's just that whether you could keep, as you get spit out, instead of just falling down to the ground, you manage to kind of tumble a little bit and get your thoughts straight so you can be hovering.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you don't fall all the way to the ground. I'm going to put you at about 30 feet up now. All right. All right, so Ezra, let's see, what did you do? You did a guiding bolt.
For 20 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you hit it for 20 damage. And this is radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yep. All right, you smack it good. Now what? Who's next?
That was it. Ozus.
Yep. So Ozus, you get to do the last thing tonight.
Harm.
It's like I hear that now as a meme sound in my head. Harm.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. It rolled an 18.
Yeah, so when it makes its saving throw, does it take damage?
I thought for sure with the fairy fire, it would be like a done deal.
So it's going to take half?
We passed the fairy fire. The fairy fire didn't do anything.
Well, you hit it. You do harm to it, but it shrugs off half of it, right?
Well, it takes 20. Yeah, it would have taken 40.
On a failed save, it takes 14d6 damage, or half as much damage on a successful save. And because it made it, it didn't do the whole sticking with you doing damage every round. So it shrugs off a big chunk of your harmful necrotic damage, and instead you've just pissed it off. All right, so we are going to end right there. But before we do, because it's the end of the round, I'm going to declare what happens at the beginning of the next round. I want someone to roll a d8, please.
Okie dokie.
Never is. We've got it.
Who rolled it? You did? Number 2. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Number 8. Let's see. Stand by. I'm looking it up.
It was a 2.
Oh, you did it 2. All right. So, okay. I am going to just make a note in the chat so that I know what happens this next round. Chat log, public role, no, private GM role, and all right, got it. All right, you feel the heart go boom, boom, one more time, a big thing. None of you are on the ground that I know of, right? Everyone's flying? Okay. So you just see the wall shake and shimmer, and then you feel some kind of additional magical effect, but only next round is going to tell what that is. So for now, everybody, thank you for playing tonight. Been fun. This looks like a pretty crazy and exciting combat round so far, fighting the big bad here in the Astral Sea. Hoping to cut from within it the second rod of the rod of 7 parts. So until next week, we will wait to see what happens with the rest of this fight. Thanks, everybody.